Hi, my name is Digvijay. I have nothing to do with education or, you know, um, kids or anything of that sort. I don't have kids that I know of. Um, I have a background in biomedical engineering. I run a company called Rizzo Health where we make diagnostics. So I've got nothing to do with education, but this video series is essentially for my nephews and nieces and for any parents. It's a little more parents focused, but who have young children. And it's about Twitter, on how to use Twitter. Um, Essentially, Twitter is like a really fast way to get a lot of information signals, but there is no how to for young people. And at a young age, I feel like we make mental models of what our place in the universe is, what what role we are, what hierarchies exist, who is trustworthy, what mental models to use when assessing so much information. And I think one of the big problems with Twitter is that there's a lot of information that's coming at you really fast. So at that fast rate of information, you're not essentially at that fast rate of information, you're not um, thinking about the the tweeter thing that much. You're basically pattern recognition in that, like pattern matching at that point. Um, and what ends up happening is like you don't have that chance to actually critically think about very basic questions of like what is the source of this information, who are involved, who might benefit, why might somebody be modeling this behavior, and so on and so forth. Very basic things, but in a very fast, moving environment, we have to like get it in a split second. You keep moving forward. You have more reactions, um, so see, the idea is that how can we give out some of those habits and mental models for people to emulate or learn from at a very young age, so that when they do, like eventually everybody's going to use Twitter, but or some form of blogging platform like Twitter, so that when they do get on and they are processing information at a much faster rate, they have some sense of guidelines on how to best use it, or that asking the question of, oh, what is the other side of the story, or like and the idea for all of this comes from chess training. Like one of the when we play chess is like pattern recognition as well, right? Like you see a move, you make a move, and after you've played like 10, 15 games, if somebody makes the same move, you just instinctively make the same move again, right? Same response. And one idea to get better at chess is to write down the thinking behind, why you made a move. And after the game, you go back, you learn, from it. You see why you made that move, whether it leads to something or like it was a reaction or whatever. And we can transport the same sort of learning pedagogy, I don't know how it's pronounced, but into like this learning mechanism from Twitter and any sort of social media. Even like so many videos are coming up today. But essentially, if there was a slow Twitter, which is something that I would personally benefit from, I've been on Twitter for 5, 6 months now. Um, it's a very weird place, and I'm learning a lot. But I would have benefited from a slower Twitter, or like a place where I had more time to think, try to understand what the Twitter universe is, who the actors are, what their motivations are, and so on and so forth. I don't have all of the answers to, like, why somebody thinks a way or blah blah blah. But the idea is like, if you didn't have all of that information, how would you navigate this jungle in a way that gives you a little bit more control, and you're not just swayed by the current of, like, what's happening and reacting to everything. Instead, you can make some more conscious choices. So, yeah, that's kind of what it is. The idea of the show would be that we would have different guests on each episode, about 2 minutes each. They would run through a Twitter feed, and then they would think out loud, just like in the chess fashion, of like what their response is, what they're thinking when they read a tweet, and then in that way, people like parents and then children can have kids can have a mental model of like how different people think about the same pieces of information. What what are the reactions that they have? Like, like we sort of have a reaction to something, but if we knew this person, then maybe we wouldn't have the same reaction. So I think like that's the core idea of like providing kids with these models of people, and mental models of how to navigate this jungle. So like these two things would be brought out in like these, I don't know, maybe 5 10 videos, I would say. That we would so if you are like you would like to be on the show and you would like to read out tweets and please welcome, please reach out to me. But otherwise, I hope you like it. I only do this on the weekends when I get time on the weekends. So it's not like a very professional type thing, but I hope this would be enjoyable and useful as a tool for kids and especially for parents who have to help support educational and learning activities outside of the actual learning material from school and stuff. So we learn from everywhere. Like we're constantly learning, and Twitter is a great place from which we can learn. And I believe that personally, but from what I've seen. But yeah. All right. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.